Hello, my name is Joel Hassan Chassaron, and Saga of Tanya the Evil is one hell of an isekai series, which takes place in alternate world war, one with flying mages. Who needs airplanes, am I right? Borderline human beings flying through the air with the help of magic is so much better. Anywho, a middle-aged office worker at one of those big busy-body white-collar jobs in Japan is tasked with firing a down on his luck underperforming employee. Being the pragmatic man he is, this was just business as usual in the cutthroat world of commerce. So the poor sod got the boot, and our protagonist went on his merry way home to his boring life. But plans like that never go as intended. It's an isekai after all, a story where the protagonist is thrown into a different world with all his skills and knowledge from the current one intact. It's usually used to break the very foundation of a fantasy setting, or squeeze the protagonist into a video game. Regardless of circumstance, the protagonist has to be taken out. So here he is at a subway station, waiting for the train, when the disgruntled man he fired earlier came back with a vengeance. He snuck up behind the protagonist and pushed him onto the incoming train. But before we can watch the glorious and brutal death sequence, time stops, and God appears before the murdered man. He speaks to the mouth of the frozen people, whom all turn their heads towards the salaryman to ask if he believes in God. The pragmatic protagonist simply says no, and refuses to refer to this deity as anything but being X. After some philosophical debating, he is reborn as a newborn baby girl in another world, having to grow up all over again. Yes, an adult human male got a second chance in life as a girl, one if in another world, one he thoroughly intends to exploit by living peacefully and content, coasting on his knowledge to get an experience to get through life without an hitch. However, being X is clearly a dick, and war drags the teenage magician onto the battlefield. And no matter how hard Tanya tries to sway people's opinions and to get away from danger, it only pushes her further into danger, where the atheist, ironically enough, has used praise to call upon her destructive spells, and everyone that witnesses her sees an angelic visage or think of her as the devil, cementing her as a saint sent from God or a demon in disguise, which is meant to lead the German-themed country to victory. Naturally, this causes the war to escalate and shines the light on themes like fanaticism, fate, hatred, and revenge. While it's not a very brutal series, the heroine is very crass, headstrong, and definitely entertaining, and definitely a strong female character. What more could you ask for? The anime is fairly well animated, and the opening sequence is just brilliant. The manga is not half bad either, but the release schedule leaves a lot to be desired. It's currently running on Netflix, it seems, with 13 episodes and a movie. So, take care, stay awesome, and link to my stuff in the description down below.